November 8, 1923, Munich, Germany. A dimly lit beer hall is packed with over 3,000 men, their voices echoing with cheers and chants. At the center of the chaos stands a man destined to change the course of history, Adolf Hitler. This is the beer hall putsch, an audacious coup attempt that would end in disaster but ultimately catapult Hitler into the national spotlight. How did this single night shape one of the most infamous figures in history? Let's dive in. To understand the beer hall putsch, we need to step back to Germany in the 1920s. The nation was in turmoil. Defeated in World War I, humiliated by the Treaty of Versailles, and grappling with hyperinflation, Germany was a breeding ground for radical ideas. Amid this chaos, Adolf Hitler, a former soldier turned leader of the National Socialist German Workers' Party, or Nazi Party, saw an opportunity. Hitler and his party blamed Germany's suffering on the Weimar Republic, the Allies, and, most prominently, the Jewish community. They preached nationalism, authoritarianism, and a rejection of democracy. Inspired by Benito Mussolini's March on Rome in 1922, Hitler and his inner circle, including Ernst Röhm and General Erich Ludendorff, plotted their own coup. The plan? Overthrow the Bavarian government in Munich, march to Berlin, and seize control of Germany. On the night of November 8, 1923, Hitler and 600 armed stormtroopers stormed the Bürgerbräukeller beer hall, where Bavarian officials were gathered. Hitler fired a shot into the air and declared, "The national revolution has begun." Under duress, officials seemingly pledged their support, but revolutions rarely go as planned. By the morning of November 9th, the Bavarian government had withdrawn its support. Hitler, Ludendorff, and their followers decided to march on Munich in a desperate attempt to rally public support. Around 2,000 Nazi supporters marched through the city streets. They were met by police at the Odeonsplatz. A brief but bloody confrontation ensued. Shots rang out, leaving 16 Nazis and 4 police officers dead. Hitler was injured, his dreams of revolution shattered. Hitler fled but was arrested 2 days later. His trial in early 1924 became a media spectacle. Rather than being condemned, Hitler used the courtroom as a stage to spread his ideology, painting himself as a patriot fighting for Germany's future. Convicted of treason, he was sentenced to 5 years in prison but served only 9 months. During this time, he wrote Mein Kampf, laying out his vision for Germany and solidifying his role as the leader of the Nazi movement. The beer hall putsch was a failure, but it marked the beginning of Hitler's rise. It taught him that power could not be seized by force alone. It required manipulation of democratic systems. Over the next decade, Hitler refined his strategy, eventually becoming Germany's chancellor in 1933. The putsch's failure also created a mythology around Hitler and the Nazi Party, turning the fallen marchers into martyrs celebrated annually in Nazi propaganda. The beer hall putsch is a stark reminder of how failure can be a stepping stone to devastating success. It shows us that history often hinges on pivotal moments where ambition, ideology, and circumstance collide. Understanding these moments is crucial to ensuring they're never repeated. So, the next time you walk through Odeonsplatz or study the rise of totalitarian regimes, remember this: history speaks to those willing to listen. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more deep dives into history's most dramatic moments.